Moro, welcome back to our channel NkauleleTV Kenya. I truly appreciate your support. If you have not subscribed to my channel, kindly go to YouTube, search for NkauleleTV Kenya, and do not forget to subscribe, do not forget to like, do not forget to share, do not forget to comment down below, and most importantly, do not forget to tap the notification bell so each time I do an upload, you're actually alerted by YouTube. Well, we had already done a previous introduction about the HIMBA people, also known as the HIMBA people from Namibia. Today, I'm just going to take you through their brief, cultural practices and, just get to know them a bit better. That is how we'll wind up their story. So first and foremost, the HIMBA people are actually believed to be a polygamous people. So each man, or rather any man who is ready to take care of more than one wife, is actually allowed to marry as many as he is comfortable. Early arranged marriages is not something new. Young HIMBA girls are actually married off to male partners who are actually chosen by their fathers. It's not about falling in love, no. If there is that scenario where maybe there are two that have just fallen in love and decided to, that's okay. But early marriages is totally allowed, and it is the father who picks the man who will marry their daughter. This basically means that once a girl has, reached puberty, that is sadly around 10 to 12 years old, she is married off. This practice of early marriages to underage children is actually still being contested even by the same Namibian people, although it is already widespread and people are actually practicing it comfortably. The Namibia government is really trying to, stop the whole practice of early child marriages. It is customary as a rite of passage to actually circumcise a boy, so that he is prepared to join adulthood. Upon marriage, a HIMBA boy is actually considered to be an adult, but a girl is only considered an adult after she has, delivered, she has given birth to a baby. In the arrival of the girl's first menstrual, menses, she is taken away by the aunties and the mother to a certain place where is secluded, where apparently, according to the HIMBA people, she is spiritually protected. During this seclusion, she is gifted because now she is being prepared for marriage. At this particular, seclusion and celebration of gifting and all, she is given a certain crown that she should, wear, as you can see on your screen, whatever she's wearing on her head. That basically means by the time she is done with her first menses and walks out of the seclusion, she is basically ready for marriage. And looking at the photos that are passing your screen, you can see there's a difference of how these women are all, dressed. Like you can see the young ones are dressed, do their hair to the front, like some sort of fringe. That basically means that is still a child. Then after the seclusion, after your menses, she is given the crown, which basically means she's ready to be married. Marriage in the HIMBA, rather the HIMBA people, involves transactions of cattle, which is basically their source of economy. Fun fact about the HIMBA people: the men of the HIMBA tribe, like I had said, have several women. You're allowed to marry as many as you can, as long as you can take care of them. So guess what happens to, for you when you're visiting them and you're a guy? I'm sure you wouldn't have guessed it, but yes, the HIMBA men are actually too generous. And if you're a man and you visit their home, they actually allow you to have one of their wives for the night, the whole pleasure thing. Yes, the main man of the house will actually go to another woman's place or just wait for you outside. But it is not illegal for him to give you, one of the wives, the one he feels, can be able to sort you out. Before I forget, the HIMBA community actually both takes circumcision very seriously. So boys and girls are both go through the whole initiation, process. One peculiar and interesting fact about the HIMBA women is how they clean themselves. First and foremost, the HIMBA people do not take baths, and this only happens once in a lifetime. One, because it is a very hot place and water is totally scarce. So they believe that this showering thing is actually a waste of water. So men and women are not allowed to shower every day. I know most of us have paused there and they're thinking, I should visit Namibia. Well, that does not mean that these people are actually dirty or stink. No. Very interesting way that they take their baths is the members of the clan apply red ochre, and after doing the whole application, they actually take smoke baths. I am sure this is a very interesting point and something that you've never heard about. Smoke baths is basically something that they do, you know, because now they don't have water to shower. There is that shower that they take with some sort of herbs. So what they do is they take some charcoal in a certain container, then they add in some herbs of some specific trees. Like some of you have heard about the comifora. Yes, comifora is actually used as an essence thing. It has a very unique sweet taste, you know, sweet smell. So they add the herbs and those two leaves, they put it in the charcoal. Then they actually bow. They bow onto the container until they start perspirating. So the more the smoke and the heat, you start sweating. Once that happens, you're good to go. And then for a whole full body wash, what they do, they take a blanket, you put it over your head, and then you go down on that smoke. You're supposed to stay there and sweat it out, you know, take it in until now the smoke goes down, and then you're done with it. That is what they call the full smoke bath. Himba people are actually famous for their ogize, you know, paste, which is what the women use to cover their body. This is just a mix of, you know, butterfat and some red ochre. I'm sure most of you are asking why they would do that. Well, like I had said, the Kaoko land is a very hot place, and because of that heat, these women and children and men have to find a way to actually protect their skin from that harsh climate. So once you apply that on your body, you won't get direct sunlight or the heat on your skin. It is actually also a way of preventing, you know, insect bites. So it's also a way of repelling them, because now your skin tends to have that cover, so they can't really land on you and bite. Looking at the photos on your screen, you're looking at the Himba hair. Those women use the same paste on their hair, but then it actually also have some, you know, some herbs and some nice perfumed leaves. So at the end of the day, they really smell really, really nice. And once they do that, it's women, I know this is very interesting, and we are all looking for all that protective hairstyles. So this is one of them. You can look for that paste and be, you know, applying on your hair. You just paka it nicely, and you will see your hair is just doing really, really well. Because looking at those photos, can you imagine that that is actually 100% natural hair? I'm thinking, wow, I would really want to try that one day. Maybe I should. When I do that, I'll make sure I document it for you. So the young men will only just, like I've said, are only allowed to have one braid, and this is actually worn to down below over here. They're not allowed that to fall it on this side or that side. It's just one piece. It only comes to over here. Then the married men are only allowed to now wear capes. The widowed men, once you know, there's the passing of your wife, you're allowed now to remove the cape, and you can now show your extensions, you know, their hair, the way they've made it and all that. But if you're still married, you don't have the liberty to do that. Well, I'm sure most of you have already seen that, yes, the Himba women actually go topless. But do not mistake this for some sort of tourism attraction. No. In fact, if you're caught staring at that, it is actually a very bad thing. It's actually almost a curse. Why? The Himba people believe that a woman's breast are actually just an organ used to feed, you know, another human life. So it's not some sort of something you just go and be staring over there. So if you know, you will visit Namibia and you will see the Himba women walking topless, because they actually visit supermarkets nowadays and they still go, you know, bare-chested. Please do not stare. Well, we are practically done with the Over Himba people, or also known as the Himba people, and I hope you have actually learned one thing or two, and I'm sure the fun facts that were here caught your attention at some point. Well, If you have not subscribed to NkauleleTV Kenya, kindly go and do so on YouTube. Do not forget to like, share, comment even with the video that you might have liked. Do not also forget to tap the notification bell so you can be notified each time we do an upload. Okuhepa, which is basically thank you. So okuhepa for staying tuned and keeping it, locked to NkauleleTV Kenya. And until next time, it is Epinava from me. Bye bye.